One eternity later.
I don't think I really like this position, so I might. It's better. I've been procrastinating again. That's what it is. Let me just read it. I can't, because I'm on my phone. This is why I need to get into, getting comfortable recording with a camera aside from my phone, which I think my phone works perfectly fine. So like I'm cool with it, but it's like I need to. Look, keep thinking. Because all you gotta do sometimes is like take a moment and think, and then like the answers will come to you. Oh, not necessarily, because I was gonna say I could use my tablet in order to read the message, because like you get messages on here, but I realized that my church group messages don't come on here, so I can't. But basically, they were talking about how, wait, y'all like that picture? I know y'all do. This one too, hold on. Yeah, you already know what it is. I'm just kidding. But if you want prints of me on your wall, or whatever, I'd be happy to send y'all some. I'd be happy to. Anyway, so like basically, I'm in this church thread with these amazing women, and they talk about numerous things, but mainly about how to empower ourselves as women, with God being our focal point, with God being like, the very thing that help us to reach our full potential, as far as being mentally there, being happy, just being fulfilled inside. And so basically they text something in a group chat and was like how we keep finding these excuses, or we're not focused on God, and all these distractions. And it's like I've been distracting myself on the wrong things, and it's like I would say that it's fine, but I'm gonna say that it's not fine, because in focusing on those other distractions, negative was coming from that, and if it was like, if I was doing more in my studies, if I was talking to God or communicating God as I should have been, it might have stopped me from, creating this negative energy, or the problem, and there didn't have to be a problem, if that makes sense. So basically I'm in this, whole space right now where I am, challenging myself to get back in touch with myself, to be motivated about myself, because I know the full potential that I am able to give to myself. I know that I can make myself happy. I know, a whole bunch of things, like it's endless, and the main one is self-love. Well, the main one is like, being fulfilled within, because I know that I, and God has my back, He's with me, and then, with knowing that, comes self-love, where, they both are, or can be powerful. I've been reading this book. I haven't read it in a minute though, but I'm getting back into it, and it's called The Emotionally Healthy Women, 8 Things You Have to Quit in Order to Change Your Life. And it's by, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I don't want to butcher it, like Jerry something. And she talks about the Enneagram, Enneagram. You know how like we take these different personality tests in order to figure ourselves out, or to get a deeper understanding, and ways to help us with the things that we go through. And so basically this specific Enneagram is tailored into helping us to identify the sin tendencies of our personality types. Basically, with this Enneagram, there are 9 personality types, and with those 9 personality types, we are able to identify that one major sin or temptation informs and motivates our behavior and outlook on life. And basically, in knowing, which basic personality type is you can then, potentially have the power to break free from that, personality type that you are, because you're better aware, and it's to a point where we put our values and self-worth in something or someone other than God. So I'm going to read the 9 personality types. The first one is the perfectionist, the need to be right. Ones are motivated by the need to live life the right way, to improve themselves and others, and to avoid anger. They are self-disciplined, work hard, and are responsible. They are conscious of duty, order, and improvement of the world. And in order from that, what we must die to in order for Christ to become our source of values and self-worth, die to your perfectionism. With Christ as your source, you don't have to be perfect or always right. You can forgive yourself and others for mistakes. It is okay to relax and enjoy yourself. You're ready to ask for what you want and what you need. Be careful that you do not become harsh or judgmental when others don't meet your expectations. I don't consider myself a perfectionist. I'll tell you which one in a minute. It might be the perfectionist, but let me just keep reading the rest. So the second one is the giver, the need to be needed. Twos are motivated by the need to be loved and appreciated and to avoid being seen as needy. They are generous, warm, and caring, but they have a hard time saying no and rarely do things for themselves for the fear of being selfish. And for these givers, you need to die to the need to rescue others. It is God's work, not yours, to save the world. And to die to your need for others to validate you and say you are okay. Die to the sin of pride and thinking you are indispensable, but be careful not to lose yourself in taking care of others. Be aware of the temptation of manipulation or possessiveness toward others. You don't have to give to be loved. You don't. It's that simple, man. 3, the achiever, the need to succeed. 3s are motivated by the need to be productive, to achieve success, and to avoid failure. They're giving, responsible, and well regarded by others. They're competent and hardworking, goal-oriented, and good providers. They need to die to the need to draw their sense of life and worth from their successes and their fear of making mistakes. Embrace God's rhythms of rest along with your work. Spend time hanging out with friends and family. Be aware of high expectations turning into an unhealthy perfectionism or unloving behavior. Because Jesus loves you, you can risk being vulnerable and weak. 4, the romantic, the need to be special. 4s are motivated by the need to understand their feelings on a deep level and establish warm connections with others. They have active imaginations and creativity. They're on a constant search for the meaning of life and want to avoid appearing ordinary. Now, I can sit here and say it in my own words. That way I don't have to read verbatim, which I kind of am, kind of not. But sometimes people resonate with what other people say, and I feel like I might say it in a way that's not that understanding, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna read it a little bit and I'm gonna give it a try. So They need to die to the extraordinary, to the need to be extraordinary. Be aware of the tendency to be envious or to fall into self-hatred, shame, or self-absorption. Be a thinker and do not be entirely run by your feelings. Relax and enjoy the moment. You are the unique, beautiful, and beloved child of God, completely accepted by Him. 5 is the O of seer, the need to know. You know, obviously these are people that have an exception of needing to know everything, you know, understanding the universe, giving the sense of security. They avoid being dependent on others, preferring to remain emotionally disengaged. You know, you need to die to the need to withhold yourself from others. When you're in a group, be aware of the need to prove you know something. Let others know they are important to you. God is the source of your security and rest, not your knowledge. It is okay to make mistakes and not be the smartest person in the group. 6, the dupeful, D-U-T-I-F-U-L, dupeful, I think. The need for security and certainty. 6s are motivated by the need for security, order, and certainty. They like to receive, approve, and be taken care of. They are very loyal and want to avoid being seen as rebellious. Now, they need to die to receiving approval from others and to fear of the fear of unknown. You can trust God is unchangeable and dependable. Be careful of being rigid, judgmental, defensive, controlling, and instead develop a warm, intimate relationship with Jesus Christ and with those around you. I feel like these are very insightful, and it's like when I read stuff like this, it's like it makes me think about how, like, when I'm in church and it's like it's a daily refresher. It's like throughout that week, if I'm listening to, you know, rap music or trap music or, you know, things on social media, it's like I'm being in tune with that. It's taking over, you know, my space. And it's like when I go to church or I'm on a church call, it puts me back into that space of, okay, what do I need to get done? What's going to motivate me? What's going to make me happy? You know, what's going to get me to the space where, you know, I want to be, you know? And so it's just a daily, you know, dose of like motivation and encouragement, and like it's enlightening, man. 7 is the adventurer, the need to enjoy life. 7s are motivated by the need to be happy and enjoy life. Enthusiasm, idealism, opportunism, and enjoy radiant from them as they seek to contribute to the world. They seek to avoid suffering and pain. Die to your avoidance of suffering, pain, and loss. Embracing loss is an integral part of the spiritual journey with Christ. Accept that life is hard as well as beautiful, and that our joys are often sobered by sadness. Remember, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Ecclesiastes 3, 1-4. Your worth and value are in Christ alone. Not feeling happy. Dog, I'm mad. Those freaking, what is it called? Them little calls you get from like stupid stuff. They keep calling me. I've been getting like 100 calls this week on some bull crap. But it's because like I was on website, I was like signing up for stuff just cause. Then I'm like, I forgot the consequences that you reap from doing things like that. But it's my fault. So it interrupted my video. Scammers. That's what they call. I was on 8, the asserter, the need to be against. 8s are motivated by the need to be against something, standing up for truth and justice. At times they seek or create conflict. They are self-reliant and strong, desiring to make an impact on the world. They avoid appearing weak. It's not wrong with being weak, man. Die to your self-reliance and need to appear powerful and strong. Embrace weakness and vulnerability, especially the aspects of yourself that are soft and tender. Work on becoming safe and approachable for others. Loving relationships are more important than winning debates or arguments. That's me. I'm number 8. You know, it's funny because like I feel like in some way all of them are me, but I can resonate with 8 more so, the asserter, because like I just can. 9, the peacemaker, the need to avoid. 9s are motivated by the need to keep the peace and to avoid conflict. They like to stay in the background and not be anything special. They're easygoing and don't draw attention to themselves. Y'all need to die to appeasing and giving into others. Remember, Christ disrupted false peace to bring true peace. Express your opinions and feelings. You have been given a life with talents and gifts that is important to give away. Because Jesus is your source and security, you can step out to act boldly and decisively. So basically, this Enneagram is, one of those things that you look at and it's like, I can resonate with that. And it's like, I feel like day to day, people, pick up music and movies or whatever, and they see how they resonate with them. And it's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, when are we going to step back and resonate with God and look at our sins, our many different sins, and say, how am I going to make today, better than it was yesterday? How am I going to, step away from all the things that are, planting these negative energy inside of me, my mind, my spirit, and, taking me away from, passion and love and, having restraint and just giving us back confidence and stuff. It's like, for a long time, I feel like we're also caught up in these different stigmas that we actually play into them. When it comes down to relationships, it's like we try to stop people from being themselves or being or doing what they love, and instead, it becomes an entrapment to where we're focusing on what they're doing or what they're loving, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna step away from all that and I'm gonna focus on myself. And how can I make myself this person to where I come around and the energy is beautiful, the energy is loving, the energy is there, it's where it needs to be. It's like, I want to get to the point where, in my relationship, for instance, it's like, whenever I'm around, I'm like a puppy. I'm an obedient puppy, but not so much. It's hard. I'm an obedient puppy when it comes down to I'm there. I'm following every word. Being nosy. In your space, and then not to obedient side is I'm barking when you trying to give me orders. I'm messing up things I have no business getting into, or I'm creating problems where there don't need to be any problems. Just go in my little corner and relax. Go in my corner and play with my toys, and go in my corner and eat my food. I need to do them things. I don't know why I'm relating myself to a puppy, but hey, we can do whatever we want to do, and I want to do that, so I'm doing it. And it's like, there's so much things to do in the world. It's crazy. It's like, I sit here sometimes when I have my own space, and I'm like, what can I do for myself today? What can I get into? And it's like, I can sit here and be like, I want to go on trips, I want to do this, I want to do this, but it's like, I'm not being fulfilled, even though I haven't been on trips and stuff, so I can't really say I wouldn't have been. But the point is, personally, I won't be content with everything that's going on until I stop putting up this, wall, and stop putting up these excuses to why I'm not studying the word, why I'm not, making, God my focal point. It's like, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but it's like, it's some things to consider when it's like, as far as, you getting yourself together mentally, physically, emotionally, and having something to focus on that is positive is always a great way to start with that. So yeah, I look forward to finishing this. I think I'm gonna read some of it when I get off this, actually. But yeah.